In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now, because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code. With your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
All right, here we are on another 90 News. This is really exciting. We are back. Lots to cover this week, Melanie. Hey,
Yes.
What's going on in your world?
Well, I actually just brought the latest 90210 Hunt live. We'll get to that in a little bit. But, just going into the long weekend. Glad it's Friday. How about yourself, Pete?
Very, very busy couple of weeks with all of 90210 things. Hey, listen to everybody watching. We have an what is it? An APA? What is that? It's not an APA. What is it? All Points Bulletin, APB. We're putting out an APB on David Gale. Anybody that knows how to get in touch with David Gale, please reach out to him and tell him that the Beverly Hills 90210 show would like to talk to him and do a couple episodes with him. So APA, I think, was a wrestler.
Yeah. APB. That's what you're looking for.
Well, and also an APA. Let's send the APA out to go find him as well. Brad Shaw. Yes.
It's David Gale. We're looking for you.
All right, tough week in the world of 90210, losing two people. John Reilly, who played Bill Taylor, Kelly's dad. And speaking of David Gale's okay, but
Peter Mark Richmond,
who I actually probably know growing up as an 80s kid. I know as from Three's Company. He was Chrissy's dad on Three's Company, but also was
Stuart's dad on 90210. Yes. Yep. So we're sad to lose them. And, we'll be honoring John Reilly in the Wednesday show next week.
Right. And speaking of next week, let's bring on our buddy, Larry Mollin, so we can talk about all things next week. All right, Larry, Don Mollin.
Hello. Welcome,
Hi,
Friday. Welcome, 90 News. I didn't know about the Peter Mark Richmond. I just was listening, and I feel bad. Yeah, he was just like John, really like a real career TV actor, and in his case, he had a real wheelhouse of playing kind of dads and slightly unscrupulous people. I realized I was just looking back at the IMDb, and I had worked with him once before on Knight Rider.
Oh, nice!
I kind of knew it. I thought it was New Gidget, but it was Knight Rider. And look, guys like that, they made their living. That's what the business was built on. People like him, and then John Reilly. Well, like I said in the thing, he was got a towering presence, like an Irishman. Always with a twinkle there, and and he had that cleft in his chin, and he was like a leading man in the old form of the word, like a stage leading man, and he had a lot of presence, and it was terrific. And we were so lucky to have him step in, and he had so much presence to be able to all of a sudden become a major character like Kelly Taylor's father.
Yeah.
And it worked. It just he delivered, and all that stuff that we had built up over the years about Kelly's absentee father, we started really believing that this could be the guy that really kind of has put the dysfunction in her life.
And I think John Reilly was very well known from General Hospital, right? I think that's the.
I know nothing about that, but I know, I looked at his credits after that, and I realized he was a mainstay of, again, like a leading man. What you would see in that traditional stock company that would go around, to be a leading man, an ingenue, and he really fit that bill. He could play all those parts.
And it's great. On Wednesday, we're going to be looking into the Bill Taylor character that John Reilly played this coming Wednesday, January 20th, and we've got some surprise special guests. Larry, you want to talk about?
Well, she's going to sit with us. It's fantastic. Pete and I, again, we did our little hunt, like our detective work, and not that she was hard to find, but we wanted to be able to contact her, which was Ruth Livier. Hopefully, I pronounced that right, Ruth, if you're listening. But she played Joy Taylor, which, again, a major. All of a sudden, Kelly Taylor realizes she has a sister, with her bad dad. We'll do this episode where I'd like to call Kelly's bad dad. It's all about, this presence of John and how it affected her. But Ruth stepped in as the half sister and just came in with, a full train run. And she just hopped on and brought so much confidence and the loveliness and class to that part that you just had to like her. I mean, Kelly just was disarmed, basically. So I'm looking forward to hearing Ruth's experience on the show, and she obviously also worked with John. We did scenes with him, so that'll be great to hear too. And it's Wednesday the 20th. We got to make that.
I want to shout out Professor Shari Weiss, who will be with us in a little bit, but who totally helped us track that storyline for Bill Taylor.
I mean, we got Professor Shari Weiss of Teen Dramaology really helped us out, because there's nobody who goes into the weeds like Shari, and it's going to be a great show. I have to say, Shari's going to be on it with us. Professor Weiss, excuse me, and it's a great honor. I mean, we got Ruth. We're surrounded by wonderful women, and Melanie hop into it if we. It's not a crowded show, so.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, and then also for Patreon people, you are going to do something that we've never done. You're going to watch the season with how they used Bill Taylor in season 8. They bring him back and do something with. I don't want to spoil it for you, but they do something with Valerie's mom. So that's going to be exciting.
I am a season 8 to 10 virgin. I have never seen anything there, like the workers in the pyramids. I was sealed up after I had Donna lose her virginity, and so I could never continue. It was just all the air was sucked out of me, and that was it. And so I'm totally looking forward to it. I'm going to keep an open mind and go from there. That's a Patreon. It's a good Patreon. It's going
to be really a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that. All right, and so let's talk also before you leave about
the big thing. I mean, we got to talk about the old Planet 90210. I mean, we're doing something, just testing the reach of the show, the live show, and we're going to broadcast from California, our home for all of us, at noon. So you want to adjust your schedules, because we want to accommodate our fans as far east as Israel, which is going to be 9 p.m. there. We've got fans then in 10 p.m. in Israel, 10 p.m. Pete's running the thing there. But and we want to encourage all those fans to get live with us so they can interact and join some of the fun. And we're going to have, I don't know, maybe 30 fans from around the world. We have big groups. We have Israel, Italy, Germany, Greece, France, Holland, the UK, Ireland, Canada, Australia,
Japan,
and then Belo Horizonte, Brazil, and Mar de la Plata, Argentina. Just wonderful place where the show meant so much to them that they're reaching out to us all these years later. It's just amazing, the international reach of the show. And of course, we have the great merch.
I was going to just say,
the store.
And I was going to say, listen, I want everybody to be ready for this. This Planet 90210 show is going to be really, really amazing. And we've got some merch in the store ready to go for you guys. So head over to Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com. Take a look at what we have to offer. We've got the shirts. We've got all the cool hats, anything that you want.
There's 110 products, Pete.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And this should be a lot of fun. I'm really
and the quality is good. I just got my Claire Arnold Sex Rock and Really Decent Literature sweatshirt. It's really good.
It looks good.
And my wife was so particular, saw the design, said, I want a t-shirt, and she took the V-neck one. So I had to, Yes, I've been buying a lot of stuff at the store.
I will be sending
same here.
I will be sending one. I will be sending one to Claire. Claire,
Claire, that's Claire Arnold, Kathleen. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's great, man. Good stuff coming up. Very exciting.
Yes. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Larry, for being here. It's always great to see you, and I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yes. Thank you, my man.
Guys.
Here we
Larry.
Go. All the news that's fit to lit. Larry Don Mollin, roving reporter, out.
Bye.
It's
I
always
love Larry.
Larry. Oh, God, yeah. I love both Larry and Charles, but Larry is just epic.
Yeah, they're great.
Right.
They're great. Okay, so
speaking of Charles isn't epic, in case he's watching this, Charles is epic.
Right.
As well.
I was going to say, we're all going to
epic than the other one. They're both equally epic. Yes.
Very epic, both of them. And actually, we're all getting together in a couple weeks. I'm going to come up and shoot some locations videos for the upcoming Valentine's hunt. And we're going to hang out, visit some places. And, for all the fans who are watching and listening, if there's a particular location that you'd like us to live stream from, let us know. Email us, Melanie at BeverlyHills90210show.com. And we'll try to hit some of those locations for you.
But Melanie, we're also going to do a curveball. and we're gonna go see
Ooh,
an office location too, aren't we?
we
Yes.
are just for you, Pete. Just for you.
Because
Yes,
I've
we
been
sure
obsessed
are.
with 9 seasons of that. I've been really deep into it. So yes, but I'm
Yes.
actually just really quick. I'm just really excited to see you. So I'm excited to go to all locations, and we only see each other and the guys virtually. So to be able to see everybody in person is always just a blast to do, and I love spending the time with the guys and you as well.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. So speaking of the locations, the next 90210 hunt is live. It's called Love 90210. You can register now at 90210hunts.com. It's $14.99. We've got a roster of amazing prizes, and the hunt is happening from February 11th through the 15th, and it will focus on the Valentine's Day episodes. So we're looking forward to
thinking in your
that.
mind, Pete really needs to send me those Valentine's episodes? Is that what did that just come into your brain as you told me that? As you were just
It did, and it also came into your texts via a bulleted list of to-dos for you 2 days ago. So yeah, it would be great. Maybe you can send them this weekend.
Yes, I
We'll
will.
see.
I will send them today once I get my Wi-Fi working, which has been nothing but a nightmare. Okay.
So many issues. So yes, speaking of the hunt, let's bring on Caitlin.
Before we go into the hunt, I just want to promo Patreon again real quick, and I didn't really give it a good context to what we watched on Wednesday. I get so worked up with these things. All right, so we talked to Chuck and I talked to Amy Spees and Tiffany. Well, she's not, that's her character's name, but Noelle Parker, who played Tiffany in the season 1 episode called Every Dream Has Its Price Tag. And she was with us, and we covered it. So we're going to reveal it, though we're going to release it to the public, because I want everybody to see what kind of stuff you're getting in Patreon if you subscribe. So we're going to release this one. Here's a small clip. We played it on Wednesday. I'm going to play it again, and then we will come back and talk about all the cool hunt stuff.
Awesome. So I was telling Peter that when I auditioned for that part, I mean, it was really early in the series, right? It was like the second show ever.
Second episode, yes.
Yeah.
And we produced, there was a pilot and then 2 episodes.
Right. And I was super like body conscious and insecure, which is so weird for an actress to have those, qualities. But I remember that the director asked me in the audition, like, oh, would you be comfortable wearing a bikini? And I was like, no, I would not be comfortable wearing a bikini. And she was like, well, it'll be a really far away shot. Like it'll be from far away, so you won't have to worry. And I was like, all right, we'll see, whatever. We'll see how this goes. And I was like, I'll wear shorts and a bathing suit top, but no, I'm not. And, then I ended up like in wardrobe with them, like, okay, let's fit you for a bikini. And I was like, no. And so scary. And then they, I get on the set it was like one of my first days shooting. And I get on the set and it's all lit and everybody's in place. And they're like, okay, you're on the diving board. And the camera is literally like 6 inches from my body. And I was like, wait a minute, this is not a long shot.
She gets into something really funny that Charles first said to her when when he met her. It's super awkward and it's very funny, but so just make sure you go check that out. Okay. You were talking about hunts.
Yes, we're talking about hunts, and we wanted to bring on Caitlin, who has actually won 2 of the hunts now. She won a prize in the first hunt. She won 2 prizes in the second hunt. She won the whole thing, and she won the funniest hunt submission. So love Caitlin. She's great.
I'm going to bring her on. I want to tell you, I've met a lot of fans through 90210, and I love them all, but this one makes me laugh and giggle so much. I love this person. Hey, Caitlin, how are you? Welcome.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad that I make you laugh because I love to make people laugh.
Oh, well, it's working.
Yeah, you're so funny. We love you. We mean every word. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, right. I love y'all.
So okay, let me show the first. I only have the one of you popping out of a box, but you've done so many funny. My absolute ultimate favorite of the videos that you did was the Jackie Taylor. To me, that's the defining moment in the Caitlin Hicks videos so far. I do love Cindy Walsh coming back for Christmas too. I love that one as well. but they're all very good. So where do you get? I mean, the hunts is obviously a great place for you to be able to like play and do all this stuff. But where do you get your inspiration from with these things?
I don't know really. When I did the Jackie Taylor one, because I've kind of been talking about doing like reenactment videos for a while. So, and then the hunt happened and I was like, oh, so I can try it out. So I don't know, like I always wanted to do the Jackie Taylor one because it's just such a good scene. And like, I mean, I'm glad Jackie Taylor gets better, but she was really fun as like Cocaine Jackie. So I was like, I'm going to do that one. And so before I filmed it, I was like, bless me with your manic energy. And it just, I don't know, it just happened.
It worked. It really worked.
Yeah.
I have some requests of scenes, so I will send those to you.
I was about to write them down. Okay.
Oh no, yeah, I will. I have some season 9 and 8 to 10 requests because I think those would be pretty epic and hilarious. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to show this. This is what you did, and this won her a prize, right, Melanie?
It did. Yep. She won either. I think it was funniest in the last hunt.
Yeah.
Yep. It was funniest. So let's go ahead and play it.
What is in this present I have?
Dashing through the smog in a one-door open Porsche. To the Walsh's house we go. Cackling like we're Steve. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, I love that stuff. Yeah, so
Incredible. Incredible. And the task was to, of course, make your own version of a 90210 Christmas song. And you just nailed it. I mean, all of your videos in the last hunt were great. So thank you for being so awesome. We love having you participate.
For doing them.
New idea. I'm pitching it to you right now, Caitlin.
Oh,
Okay.
Once a week, I would like you to do a reenactment, and we will open the show with that reenactment every week. That's it. That's what I would like to see once a week. Caitlin's going to get her own segment on the Beverly Hills 90210 show, doing like a 15-second to 30-second reenactment. Can we make that happen?
Yeah, I can make that happen. I gotta buy some better filming equipment, but yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I mean, if I have to talk to your agent, let me know.
I'll be her agent.
Son is my agent, I guess. I don't know.
But I would love to have that as a regular thing. So let's try to make that happen because they're very fun. Okay, Melanie, you got anything else for Caitlin?
No, that's it. Just, another thank you. I mean, you really are so good and we love it and look forward to having you join the next hunt. Love 90210 at 90210hunts.com.
Yeah, it's
so
going to be super fun.
Thank you, Caitlin. Yay.
All right. See you later, Caitlin.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay.
She's great. Love
I'm
her.
obsessed with her. Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
she's just so funny and just like, I love those videos. I sometimes just go back and watch them like a psychopath. Okay.
Oh, goodness gracious, Pete.
Yes. Well, no, I meant that like, I go back and watch them. You know what I mean?
Right. Because they're so good.
I'm only required to watch it for the hunt, but then I'll go digging for it again because I'm just like, oh, that's so funny when she did that. Okay. What else do we have? I think I revealed way too much information. Let's see. Okay.
Ooh, yes. So I pulled this photo from the Beverly Hills 90210 fan group. This was a Jeopardy question this past week. And of course, the answer, what is Beverly Hills 90210? So fun seeing the show appearing on different platforms. Name That Tune. There was also, we can't play the clip. We had some issues with it. But Name That Tune is revamping, and the Beverly Hills 90210 theme song actually played on that show this week too.
Were you coming at me about that because we couldn't upload the clip? Was that?
No, it's nothing against you. It's a technology thing. No. Oh my God, Pete, please.
I'm just kidding.
Please.
Yes.
And then, one more thing on game shows. Jenny will be on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. We're not sure when, but we're keeping it on our radar, and we'll keep you all posted as soon as we know more for that.
Well, let me ask you. It's been going on over this whole Wheel of Fortune thing has been going on over the last week or so, right?
It has been. I've only caught one episode. I saw Tony Hawk, and he actually really cleaned up. He's from San Diego, and he won, I believe, $170,000 for feeding San Diego. So he was great. I haven't watched the other ones yet. I've been kind of waiting for Jenny to come on. So I've got it recording on my DVR. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. So, I mean, it's going on. So just keep watching Wheel of Fortune,
yes.
And eventually you'll find it. Sorry that we're not good with dates. All right. So what else do you have here? Tell me what you want me to do next.
You know what? Let's bring on Shari and we can talk about OMG.
Hi.
Right. Hey.
Hey. I'm a professor
Shari
now.
Weiss. PhD in 90210 or teen drama, I should say.
Yes, teen dramology, as Larry said.
Yes,
teen dramology.
Props for that document that you sent us. It was really well written and thought, and I think we'll be able to do John Reilly and Bill Taylor justice this week. And
we will.
Talking about it. I'm really excited to have you on as a guest. You haven't been on the Beverly Hills 90210 show in a little bit, so it's been
a few months. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice to have you back on there.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I don't know.
Get right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
OMG, the sister show.
Our sister podcast. Well, this week they discussed the episode 17-Year Itch, which is the 8th episode of the series. And funnily enough, they just had Carol Potter on last week, I think it was. And she said that this is her favorite episode of the series. But she revealed that while it was in production, she was actually getting married. And because of the way the schedule worked out, she ended up missing her own rehearsal dinner.
Wow.
She had to film 90210. Isn't that wild?
It is wild, too, because this whole storyline of that episode is about an affair and all this other stuff. And so
really weird.
It is a really weird, odd timing. Hey, did Amy Bees write that? Yes,
Amy, she did write 17-Year Itch.
Yeah.
Yes, and you just spoke with her. Yes.
Yes, I think
so.
Yeah,
and they shouted out some of their favorite lines. And so we'll give credit to Amy for writing such awesome dialogue in that episode. And so one of the things that came up was how Cindy's ex-boyfriend comes to town. And the first time we're introduced to him, Cindy's at this garden center and somebody's surreptitiously taking pictures of her. We learned that it's this ex-boyfriend named Glenn, but that prompted the podcast host to ask Tori and Jenny, what is it like with the paparazzi? What is it like when you have people in bushes taking photos of you?
Great question. Great question.
Yeah, they got really deep with it and had a really candid discussion about what it's been like to deal with paparazzi for 30 years now, and that they almost have PTSD, that was what they called it, from some of the experiences that they've had with paparazzi essentially stalking them.
I saw in your review, which you can find here.
Yes.
I just really got lucky with that. It just happened to be right in front of my face. So I saw in your review that Jenny talked about getting into a specific moment with the paparazzi.
Yeah, she confronted a guy who was in his car taking pictures of her while she was working out outside of a gym with her trainer. And she went up to him and forced him to delete the photos from his camera.
Yeah. Cool. Very
for
cool.
her.
Jenny Garth story. Yeah.
Another storyline in this episode is Brenda and Brandon take part in a research study on twins. And I always love this part because my mom is an identical twin. And it was her birthday earlier this week. So I just want to say happy birthday to my mom.
Nice. Happy birthday, Mom.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. This is the first episode where we see Denise Dowse, but she's not playing Mrs. Teasley. She's playing this college researcher person, but it led Jenny and Tori to say how much they loved working with Denise. And of course, she was on your podcast just a few weeks ago for the Super Deluxe Christmas party.
That's right.
And it was just so heartwarming hearing what the show meant to her.
Yeah, I just love Denise, and she's always, she'll be back with us at some point. She's just such an important part of that show. So
and so sweet. She's such a sweetheart. She's just so friendly and nice and warm. Love her.
Melanie and Denise became BFF that day.
We did. We had a couple of technology phone calls. Yes. And, really quick, speaking of that twin study, it was actually filmed at UCLA, which I visited and have a location video for. So maybe I'll post that on social media today.
Look at this synergy.
I don't have this video. I don't have.
No, you don't. This just came up. You're good. You're good.
Okay. I panicked for a hot minute. Wait, I don't see this. Yes.
No.
So they also took some fan questions. And one of the questions was about the opening credits and how season 1 is different from the other seasons, but it led Jenny and Tori to talk about what it was like shooting the opening credits that we all know and love. And they explained that it was actually some of their hardest days because unlike when you're filming the episode,
there's different people in different scenes and they all shoot at different times. When you're doing a photo shoot with a full cast, everyone has to be ready at the same time, which apparently was difficult, especially for the women. So the guys would all be on set, ready to take their photos, and they'd be getting impatient, waiting for all the girls to come and join them. And then when they did, the guys like would tease them and make cracks about them being late and things like that. And of course, watching the credits, they're good actors. You wouldn't know that was going on behind the scenes, but that's what that was like. And then another fan question was, now that you're rewatching the show, what character is resonating with you the most? I thought Jenny's answer was interesting. She said that while she has more of an appreciation for Brenda now, she just loves Andrea. Everything about Andrea, she says, I'm an Andrea. And Tori was like really kind of struggling with it. She was like, I'm a Brenda? Like she wasn't really sure. But then she kind of did a curveball and turned the question into, if Donna didn't end up with David, which guy do you want Donna with?
Well, she has said Joe Bradley.
That's not what answer she gave here.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
She said, do you want to know?
Yeah.
Yes.
She said Brandon. And that she feels like a teenage girl with a crush watching him in these early episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. And then, so next week will be The Gentle Art of Listening, which is an episode that you guys covered really well a number of months ago. That's when Brenda works in the teen line and they're...
Yeah, I can't wait. That's a really powerful episode. So
it really is.
They're getting into some good stuff now. And I think Slumber Party's coming up too, right? Yeah.
Very soon as well. And because we all have our favorite episodes and we all want them to get there. Like I personally can't wait for them to get to season 3. I'm a Kelly Dillon girl.
Yeah.
I want to get Jenny's take on the summer romance and everything that happened afterwards. But of
Beach
course,
Club, season 2, the Beach Club and all. I want to hear about all that. And,
and especially for Tori, in these early episodes, Donna is just a very small part.
Sure.
So the more we go on, the more bigger role that Donna has in the episodes, the more Tori is going to be able to weigh in on the storylines and her memories from filming those things. So we have to be patient because they only do 1 episode a week. We have close to 300 episodes to get through. So it's going to take a little bit of time. But
yeah. And we look forward to all of that. Yes. 90210 OMG is on iHeartRadio. And we love him over there. We're all big fans. So keep at it, guys. You're doing awesome. All right. And you're also doing awesome too, Professor Shari Weiss. So thank you for keeping us informed.
Yes, thank you. I'll go back to hitting the books now and studying, and I'll see you guys on Monday.
All right. Have a good weekend, Shari. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Say hi to Professor Randall for me. Okay.
We'll get along, he and I.
All right. So that's always fun.
Yes. All right, let's play a couple of clips now. Every week we like to play the unmasking on The Masked Dancer. As we know, Brian Austin Green is on the panel. And let's see who was unmasked this week.
Can it be 2 minutes?
Well, you pulled the clip and I told you to pull it from 40 seconds to 56 seconds.
Oh, I didn't
so
do
it should
anything
be
like
16 seconds. Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
You didn't follow my instructions, Pete.
Nope, I just pulled the clip. Here it is.
Oh boy, this might be long.
I'm freaking out here.
Ms. Moss. To the rest of you, congrats. We'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super 6.
Miss Moss.
That means, Ms. Moss, you're not advancing, but we do finally get to reveal your secret famous identity. But first, let's have the panel each ask a question before they make their final guesses. They need all the help they can get. Brian, you first.
How would your friends describe you?
Kind, genuine, caring.
Aww. Are you taller than Ken?
I am tall.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Paula.
Do you have brown hair?
No.
Oh. Do you play any musical instruments?
Yes.
Oh.
Blonde and music? She plays musical instruments.
America's favorite KJ.
Have you ever been on stage in front of thousands of people?
Yes.
Well, let's see if that helped. Time to hear our panel's final guesses. Brian!
Okay, so last performance in Clue Package, I was really stuck on the White House with Paula, and this woman is the ultimate survivor. She's met with the presidents, she stood in front of Congress and tried to change protection laws for children. So I'm sticking with Elizabeth Smart.
All right, cut to the chase, Melanie. Was it Elizabeth Smart?
Yes, it was Elizabeth Smart, who, as we know, back in 2002 was kidnapped in Salt Lake City. She was found. She is quite a survivor. She's got such an amazing story, and good for Brian for guessing her. He really, put the clues together. And sorry about the long clip. We didn't see it. But, yes, Elizabeth Smart.
And this is this. You said pull this.
Yeah. So Brian posted that on his Instagram because he was kind of rubbing it in that he knew who it was and just, drilling that down to the rest of the panel. So a little braggadocious Instagram gif.
Okay. All right. I love the mask dancer. I love Brian. Great stuff, man. It's just so awesome. Okay.
Absolutely.
More video clips. This is Ian.
What do you think of my pink razor?
Okay. Ian
Yes, Ian was in Manhattan Beach. We've had beautiful weather in Southern California this week. It was like 80 in San Diego yesterday. So he was enjoying some of that sunshine.
Yeah, it was really nice. Okay. What is this?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about.
Marvel Studios presents its first series on Disney Plus.
I think something's wrong here, Wanda. The neighbors. It's the way they look at us.
Are you here to help us? This is our home, and it's all falling apart.
Then let's fight for it.
Marvel Studios WandaVision.
You are incorrigible.
First 2 episodes streaming tomorrow on Disney Plus.
So that was a tweet from yesterday on the account. So it's actually streaming today on Disney Plus. And if you watched carefully, you will notice that Emma Caulfield was in that clip. And she was secretly cast in the show and just announced yesterday that she has a role. So we're very excited to see Emma Caulfield Ford, getting on screen again, especially in such a big show on Disney Plus in the Marvel universe. Props to her. Amazing.
I think
can't
the
wait
world
to
of her.
watch
She's
it.
such a talented actor, and I love her. So, and she's hilarious on Instagram too. So, yeah, that's very cool. I'm gonna watch that. I don't, I'm not in the Marvel universe. I don't know if you have to know a lot of stuff about it, but I'm gonna watch that for sure.
I'm gonna watch too. And actually, Sherry's watching backstage and said it's the first new Marvel content in 2 years. So, yeah, all the Marvel fans should be very excited for this one, and the Beverly Hills 90210 fans for the Emma Caulfield tie-in.
Yes, it's always good to see Emma. Okay, here's another video clip that you gave us. Okay, I don't know what we're watching there.
That was Shannon's dog. I always like to pull Shannon's Instagram posts. And I just wanted to say, we love Shannon. We love dogs. We're dog people over here. And, we'd love to get Shannon on the show at some point. So,
yes, it's one of my goals in life is to talk to Shannon Doherty. So, Shannon, if you're listening, we love you here and we think your work is phenomenal. I tell you this every week. Please consider coming on the Beverly Hills 90210 show. There's so many episodes and so many things we want to talk about. Okay. Now, speaking of Shannon, you have 2 pictures of Shannon here. You have a picture of Shannon in bangs, and then you have a picture of Kelly in bangs. Where are we going with this?
Yes. So Bustle put out an article this week saying that 90s trends are coming back, and they listed 11 different trends. One of them was big bangs. So, of course, we just wanted to nod Kelly and Brenda's phenomenal bangs from Beverly Hills 90210. So, that fashion is right on trend now, back in the 90s as well. And maybe that's something Perry can cover in the future with all of these 90s fashion trends coming back.
Great idea. That's a very good idea. You told me that in the text recently.
I did. And you know what? Speaking of fashion and people who look good, let's show Vanessa Marcel's Instagram post. Yes. So she's on a Ducati. She posted this a couple days ago on Instagram, and she looks great. Just wanted to share what she's up to. She always looks great. And we thought this was a cute photo to share.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. I love things like this. Jason's making a rack of lamb. That looks
yes. Oh my goodness. He's been posting a lot of food photos lately, and they make my mouth water every time. That looks so delicious.
Yeah.
And speaking of
lamb, how about this?
Yes, Tori said that that is her spirit animal. So it's either a lamb or sheep, or is a lamb a baby sheep? I don't know.
It's a really odd combination of stories here that Jason made a lamb and that Tori was holding a lamb. That's a really, that's another great 90210 storyline that just happened on Instagram. So there you go.
Yes, and speaking of food, let's show Tiffany's picture next. Yes, so this was Tiffany's Taco Tuesday post. She made some homemade salsa. And, again, we just wanted to throw out there, let's have tacos with Tiffany, right? We'll do whatever.
I'm down to have anything.
Tacos, coffee, tea, anything. We just want to have Tiffany come on the show.
Cold water, fine too. Yeah, whatever she wants. Yeah. Tiffany, what? Come on, this is getting ridiculous now, really. All right. I just tried the Judge Judy approach. All right. Let's see.
This is Jenny's husband. They played golf together this week, and she did #divorce on that picture, and kind of said it doesn't always go well when you're playing golf with your husband, in a joking way. They're not actually getting divorced. She was joking that the golf game was interesting. So yes.
Well, the biggest news from social media this week was this. I don't know if you saw this, but I wore our new merch shop store, the Claire Arnold shirt, right? And
it looks good, and it goes with your beanie so well. I mean, it just pairs so well together, Pete.
Thank you for that compliment, Melanie. But Kathleen shared my image. I thought that was so sweet of her, and I'm going to send her some of this very cool merch, and that is now at the show shop as well. Sex rock, really decent literature. She looks so cool in that picture too. Yeah. All right. Design. So, talk to me. What else do we have here? I don't have anything else.
No. You know what? We've covered everything. Gosh, it's been a really full show, action packed, and we're looking forward to next week. And again, the Love 90210 virtual scavenger hunt registration is open. So head over to 90210hunts.com. Register now. We may be adding some prizes to the roster. We've got a good variety there. So
a lot of people ask us, where can you find Beverly Hills 90210 now?
Beverly Hills 90210 and Melrose Place are back on their very own channel.
Sure you ready for this?
This is something we are going to remember for the rest of our lives.
Watch Beverly Hills 90210 on Pluto TV.
So that's where you can find that.
We love
Melanie, thank you for 90 News. I love that you came up with this show. I love doing it every week and seeing you with whatever hat or different thing that you have on your head. It's always cute and fun. So this was a lot of fun this week. A lot of great stuff going on in the world of 90210.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pete. Always a good time. We hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you next week. And with that, 9021 out.